Hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. This is Slade Hart from Slade's Guitar School, and I want to say, first of all, again, thank you very much for watching these videos. I'm glad we've made it this far, and I'm glad you're sticking with me. This is, of course, the third video, and we're going to continue giving you skills today. I'm going to give you a skill in just a few minutes that's going to, continue you on that journey of learning to play the guitar by ear. So again, thank you for being here. This is very inspiring to teach you, and I really hope that you're getting a lot out of these skills that I have been teaching you. I hope you've been doing a lot of singing, a lot of rhythm practice, and that you're starting to hear things in music and notice things about music that maybe you had never noticed before. And that's a great sign. It's a good feeling, and it just makes us love music even more than we already do. So I'm excited today because I have a skill, a little technique I'm going to teach you, and this is the technique I teach my beginning students on their very first lesson. And the reason I do it is because it's a really great way to start hearing inside of chords. And so when you have multiple notes playing at the same time, this skill will allow you to develop the ability to hear those notes and identify those notes, and even sing those notes, which is a really great ability to have if you're listening to a tune with either a complex harmony or something like that. Again, very effective technique, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you've enjoyed the previous ones as well. What I'd like you to do, if you haven't already, is to get your guitar and to get it in tune. And I have embedded a tuner directly below me. So if you need to pause the video and tune your guitar, go ahead and do it now. And if you don't have a guitar, or you don't really quite know how to tune it, or you don't trust yourself to tune it with the tuner below, that's not a big deal. Go ahead and save the video or write down the instructions, and you can practice it. If you have a piano or a keyboard at home, you can do it on that. Or you can wait till you get your guitar ready and tuned up and ready to go, and then you can practice it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to practice playing intervals, harmonic intervals, and we're going to essentially use our ears to identify the notes, not the pitch names of the note. What I mean by identify is just the ability to sing the notes. So a harmonic interval, well, let's start with an interval. An interval really is just two notes. They can be played melodically, which is one after the other. So here's this would be called a major second, going from B. Okay, that's a melodic interval right there. All right. A harmonic interval means that the two notes are sounded simultaneously together. So I'll give you an example right here. This would be a perfect fourth. Okay, so we have this note playing, and we have this note playing here. So we're going to practice playing harmonic intervals on adjacent strings. All right. Why do we do this? Because first of all, it's a fun exercise, and second of all, it's going to require you to really perk up and listen even deeper than you've probably ever had to before. So what we do here is, once our guitar is in tune, we're ready to go. I want you first of all to identify your vocal range and where you feel most comfortable singing, which notes on the guitar neck you'd feel most comfortable singing. I have a bass baritone voice, so I sing kind of in this area down here, on the E string, the A string, a little bit on the D string. Can get up to the G string, but not much higher than that, and certainly not way up here on the neck, on the higher strings. Some people are going to be kind of in the middle, like la da da da, right there. If you got a little higher voice, if you have like kind of soprano voice, you may be further up the neck. So I'm going to be demonstrating right here. You don't have to play your intervals on this part of the neck. You find a place where it's comfortable for your voice, and you can play your intervals there. So let's go ahead and get started then. What we're going to do, again, is harmonic intervals on adjacent strings. So I'm going to be using the A string and the D string, maybe the E string as well, but I'm going to start with the A and the D string, and I'm going to play an interval, all right? If you don't know the names of your intervals yet, it's not a big deal. I'm going to give you the names of the intervals, but that's not what we're focusing on. I just want to throw it out there so you can get familiar with that too. This right here is a minor third, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it harmonically, and then I'm going to listen to it, all right? So I'll do it again. All right, so what we have is we have two notes sounding together simultaneously at the same time. And what we want to be able to do is to hear both of the notes, all right? And the way we know we can really hear them and that we are hearing them correctly is that we sing them, okay? So this will kind of bring back, you know, this singing I had you do a couple of days ago. You know, it's going to really become relevant here. My voice isn't perfect. If your voice isn't perfect either, do not worry about it. It's not really about having a perfect voice. It's just about getting in the range of that pitch, okay? So, you know, it's, you know, if you want to be close enough that it's definitely the pitch you hear and not another pitch is basically what I mean. You don't have to be spot on. So I'm going to play this minor third. I'm going to listen, and then I'm going to play it again, and then I'm going to sing the two notes, and then I'm going to check myself to see if I'm correct. Da, 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 da. All right, so pretty close enough. It's within the range of, you know, I'm singing the actual notes. I'm not singing da, da, like that. Da, da. All right, it's close enough. Okay, that's good. Let's try another one here, and you don't have to play these same intervals. What you have to do is essentially find an interval on adjacent strings. So you play a note on one string and you play another note on another string. I'll give you another example here. This here is a perfect fifth that I'm going to play. It's the B and the F sharp. So I'm going to play it real quick. I listen, play it again, da, da. That's what I think it is. Let's see if I'm correct. All right, close enough. You'll notice I'm not exactly perfect, and I don't expect you to be exactly perfect either, but I do expect you to be within the range of the pitch. So the low note was B, and I didn't sing C, I sang B, all right? And that's kind of how I want you to be. Just kind of check yourself and make sure you're within the range of the two pitches that you're singing, all right? Now let's say, for example, you play one, like this perfect fourth here, and you don't get it right. You know, maybe you sing da instead of da, da, you sing da, da, all right? And you check it and you're wrong and you think, oh shoot, I missed it. Not a big deal. What I want you to do is I want you to go back to that interval and play it again. Then play the low note, sing it, da. Play the interval again, then play the high note, da. And see if you can hear those notes, you know, if you isolate them and then play them together. It's like, try to see if you can hear the notes a little more clearly, and that should help you kind of improve it as you go along. So again, if you miss one, go back and correct it, listen to the interval, isolate the two pitches, the two notes, listen to them in the context of the interval, and make sure that you're really hearing what's actually being played. When you get it, that's great. Go on and do another interval. So let's try another, what do you say? We'll do a minor, this is a minor sixth. Okay, so I play it. Okay, so it's there, it's in the range. You just kind of play with it until you get it right. You listen and listen and listen until you can sing both of those notes. Again, if you miss it, not a big deal. Play it again. Isolate the pitches. So we go B, 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 da, 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 da. And when you can hear them clearly, then you go on to another interval. You know, you can play really, you know, anything you can dream up or you can reach with your fingers. Like that. And play 15, 20 in a row and see how many you can get correct, you know. If you can get 20 in a row correct, 25, 30 in a row, however many you want, it's up to you. But I'd say do at least 15. And if you can get that many in a row correct, then you're really, you know, you're starting to kind of master the technique. The great thing about this technique, though, is that you can use this for as long as you're playing music. It's a great way to warm up, kind of get your ear opened up a little bit, kind of wake it up some, because it forces you again to listen not just to the surface of the music, but what's going on just below the surface. Because the interval itself, I mean, if you play a fifth, let me play a fifth here, you know, it's got kind of a commanding presence, you know, and it can kind of disguise the fact that it's really two notes that are making that up. You just hear kind of one general sound. What we want to do is hear the two notes that make up that general sound, that come together, you know, harmonically and create the effect of the interval. So here we have that da, da. All right, and we double check, make sure we're within the range of the actual pitch, and that's how we know that we're correct. All right, it's a great way to warm up. It's a great way to perk your ear up. And what I'm really hoping is that what it will do for you is start to kind of wake your ear up a little bit more than it already is. So you hear a little bit more in music, you know. If you're listening to, let's say, a string quartet, I'd like you to be able to hear all, you know, all four lines of music that are being played. If it's a rock tune, I mean, I want that bass line to really pop out. I want all the guitar parts to be completely obvious, the keyboard. You know, the music has to kind of separate itself so you can make sense of what's going on. And this is a great way for you to start doing that. This is a great skill to master and to use, again, as long as you're playing guitar, because this will, again, just like the rhythm technique, just like the singing technique, this harmonic interval technique will actually keep you going on that road to learning to play guitar by ear. And it will allow you to start really doing it in an actual, real sense. And so, again, this is also an exercise you can make more complex. You can play 3 notes simultaneously. You can play 4 notes simultaneously and try to hear them and sing all 4 notes. It's a great challenge, and you can make it as challenging for you as you would really like. So we do it 5, 10 minutes a day and shoot for 10, 15, 20 in a row. And when you can do that consistently, then you know for a fact that your ear really is opening up, and you should hear that when listening to the music that you write, listen to the music that you listen to in the car or on the radio, and any of the music that you might improvise with your friends. So I want to thank you very much for watching this. I hope this is useful, and I hope you find time to practice this as much as possible. I will be sending you another video in a couple of days that will basically outline what Slade's Guitar School is about, what we teach our students, and basically, what the student experience is like for the guitar school. These videos really are here to help you get an idea about what you can do yourself musically if you just have a few hints and a few techniques at your disposal. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope this has been helpful. Thank you for sticking with me through this. And if you have any questions or comments that you'd like to leave, you can leave them below. I would encourage you to do so, because I will be taking time to actually answer them, respond to them, and check out the feedback and make sure everyone's happy and enjoying the information. So look out for a video in the next couple of days that will talk more about Slade's Guitar School and what you would get for being a member there or signing up. And I look forward to talking to you in a couple of days. Take care, practice a lot. If you have any feedback, leave it below. And otherwise, take care, and I'll talk to you soon.